What's going on, guys and gals? My name is NekoFluttershy and welcome to a video. I just titled this video something important because it is actually. I was looking at Facebook and I was like, okay, so what's going on Facebook today? Fine. Well, it was actually yesterday and I saw this post saying something about I forgot exactly what it said, but basically what it was trying to imply was, it says something about, once the glue of the family is gone or whatever, the holidays aren't the same anymore, or something to that effect. And that's true. It's really true. Once that bond that you and your family have, something happens, and then, it's gone. And it's definitely during the holidays. Now, here is my experience on all of this. I think, personally, these days, Thanksgiving and Christmas and those sort of things, even my birthday, they're just normal days. They're not special. I mean, they may actually be special to some of you. That's fine. That's cool. But in my personal opinion, they're not. They're just every other day. They're just... And yeah, they're holidays. They're important things. But the thing about it is, exactly what made these things... what exactly made these things the way that they are? Why do I feel this way? Well, it all really started back in 2009. When my grandmother died. She died on May 10th, 2009. And ever since that day, I'm just like, oh shit. And after that, after all this, it's just whatever. It kind of got to the point where it was boring. I didn't want to do anything special at the time, and there may have been times like, yay, Christmas, I'm still happy, whatever, because I guess at the time I didn't really know the full extent of what I ended up, missing out on at that time. But now that I know, or, a few years later, looking back, I'm like, damn, Nana isn't here anymore. My grandmother isn't here anymore. And so Christmas and Thanksgiving and all these other holidays that, family spends time together on isn't going to be the same. And for a while, the past few years, I'm like, I was already kind of like that recently. I was just like, oh, it's just some other day. It's nothing special, But the thing about it is that, after all this, I just don't know. The thing about it also is that going back and looking at all the memories that I have had throughout the years, it reminded me something that you guys and gals should definitely take into consideration. Fuck you too, door. Yeah, that's what you need to remember in this video. Fuck you, door. Yeah, fuck that door in the ass. But in all seriousness though, what I ended up learning, which I actually don't actually care at this point, I'm in such... I've been this way for a little while. Basically ever since I turned 18, so that's like 2 years ago. 2.5 actually. And it's kind of been this way, but even a little bit before that. But, you know, I just don't care anymore. You know, I really don't. The holidays are just the same boring shit over and over. But that doesn't mean it has to be for you guys and gals as well. You know, and it's really going to be difficult this year, which is the year 2020. Why? Well, in May, actually a few days after the anniversary of, you know, my grandmother's death, May 10th, a few days later, my grandfather died. So I lost both of my grandparents. And it just wasn't exactly good. You know, I didn't really want to do anything after that. And, you know, once that, you know, it made me once that hit, that made me realize something important that I kind of wish I knew sooner, and then I did sooner. And, you know, it's to spend more time with your family and your friends. You know, spend more time with them, know them a little bit more, and all that. You know, just not only should you spend more time with them and all that, but also what you should do is just take the time to, you know, you don't have to be interested in what they are interested in, but you know, you still need to, well, you don't really have to, but my advice is, I'm not really going to take my own advice, but you know, you should, because it's vital. You know, it's very vital that you guys and gals take the time to hang out with your family and your friends. And, you know, after that, it makes you wonder, right? It makes you wonder, you know, oh shit, you know, my family will no longer exist in a while. You know, I'm gonna lose, you know, all this stuff that I have. You know, my family will stop existing. And it's sad, but it's true. You're going to lose your family after a while. You're not going to be with them forever. So take the time to... Oh! Shit. Take the time to know. Yeah, I guess it kind of... That's kind of decent. But yeah, take the time to get to know them. And, you know, just hang out with them. Because, I mean, make the memories that you should have made a while ago. Now, this isn't for everybody. This advice is not for everybody. Yeah, what if your family, yeah, for example, your what if your father, or your mother, or anybody, any of your family are assholes? You know, what if they don't give a shit about you or whatever? Well, then just don't give a shit about them. If they don't care about you, you shouldn't care about them, because it's not worth the time or the hassle. Now, with that, that's going to be very important. But if you are a normal family that, you know, your brothers or sisters or, you know, your aunts, uncles, mothers, fathers, anybody, you know, grandparents, anybody that is in your family right now. Again, take the time to know them. Take the time to just be with them and to acknowledge things that you should have acknowledged a while ago. And another thing about that is don't make the same mistakes I did. Like, you know, there are certain circumstances that kind of not only prevent me from doing so, but like, you know, there are certain times where I don't really pay attention to much of anything, you know, and you know, it's whatever. You know, I mean, there are, again, certain times where I couldn't... Well, I don't really think a lot of things, which, if you don't know, she's my mother, Amy. She has gone through a lot, so as have I. You know, we've all gone through things, losing my Nana, losing Papa, you know, my grandfather, grandmother, you know. Being abused by my father. And a bunch of other stuff. You know, but at the same time, I feel like I need to give people space. You know, I'm just like, okay, maybe I should definitely give people their space. And, you know, I probably shouldn't just, yeah. Now, that's another thing, is that if your family needs space, give them that. You know, I hardly ever see my aunts, or my aunt and uncle. I don't really see them all that much. And there are times that I do see them. But it's not a lot. Only during, you know, the weekend before Thanksgiving and all that. But, you know, the only reason that is the case is, well, they live too far away from us. You know, I'm just like, okay, fine, you know. Oh, that was good. But, you know, if your family lives close, then, again, don't make that mistake that I have had, you know, that I made back in the day. But, you know, there are things you have to take into consideration. If your family is an asshole, you know, if your family fights a lot, and if you fight with them a lot, and you don't get along, well, I don't know. I'm not the family expert here. I don't know a lot about, you know, your problems, you know, and all that. But the thing about it is, oh, there we go. The thing about it is that you need to take the time to, you know, take the time to just, yeah, I fucked up. Yeah, there are times I fuck up my words a lot because I just don't know what to say, you know, that hasn't already been said. And I'm sure a lot of people, they'll say the same things, you know, as well. You know, just take the time to, yeah, just take the time to get to know your family. And any friends that you have is the same thing. You know, take the time to hang out with them a lot more, because you never know when you're gonna, you know, if you're gonna never see them again. And it's entirely possible you probably won't, because things happen. You know, maybe if your mother and father get divorced, you know, you may have to live with one or the other. Pick and choose. But if you're too young for that shit, then you may not have a choice. So spend time with the family that you have and all the friends that you have. Because you may have to move, they may have to move, you know, you'll probably never see any of your old family and friends again. Who knows? I don't know. Again, it all depends on your situation. And, you know, it's important to realize that, you know, once you make the memories that you should have made a while ago. Like, for example, looking back, I should have, I should have made the memories that that I did. I should have made a lot more memories, and because I honestly cannot remember a lot. Because not only was my childhood shit, right, being raped and abused by my father, but, it's also the fact that it's whatever, I can't remember a lot. Because I choose not to. And I probably shouldn't be doing this. I should honor and remember a lot of things done over the years. And all the times we actually got together and hung out. And, the holidays, because of this, are not exactly the same. They will never be the same. I miss the opportunity to... I really miss that opportunity. I really missed the opportunity to go back and remember things. And also, I was also, that's good fucking wording. But, I also, saw another post on Facebook that was like, oh, shit. Yeah, shit. What the fuck? That was weird. But as I was saying, looking back, the memories that I had, I should have kept in my mind. I should have been like, we should definitely, go back and remember these times. Because, with the holidays, they're all just the same. They're boring. Most of the time, what I do, like, on Christmas, a lot of times I just ask for a giant box of things so I can make an unboxing video or something like that, basically just for YouTube. It's whatever, but that doesn't exactly mean much. That doesn't mean that I'm ungrateful or anything like that. It just means that I prefer to use the internet a lot as opposed to spend time with family, because it's kind of boring, actually, to the fact that we don't see... the only people I hang out with on occasion are my uncle and aunt, and my cousin. That's it. Like, none of my other family, from any of my parents' sides, none of them, they're either dead or they just don't want to really see us. And it's the thing about it is they don't have to. No one's forcing them to come over here and hang with us, but it would be nice to see them. I don't know who a lot of my family are. I don't know who a lot of them... I only know certain people. And the majority of my family is dead. Because of old age or other things happened, or... But... You know, and so you know, I just don't really do that much talking to people in general, but with family, I'm just like, eh. And yeah, even if family comes over for like the weekend, because they come in a lot of times weekend before Thanksgiving, and they actually came over quite a bit when my grandfather died because, well, we needed the support and we needed the other things that we had, and well, shit, that fucked it up. But yeah, we need all the support we can get and shit like that at that time. Well, I fucked that up. Damn it. But it is true though that you need to spend time with your family and friends unless certain issues arise where you can't exactly do that because, well, the door closed. Okay, there you go. But it's a sad thing that it happens. You know, there are going to be times where you and your family don't get along, but that's the point of family, is to take the good with the bad. You know, the whole point of it is to just remember all these things and to remember the fact that that you're supposed to be there for each other. And upon knowing that, it's important to remember a lot of things about your family. And hey, can you stop doing that? That was a bad move, personally. I would say there you go. But yeah, like, not only should you spend a lot more time with your family and friends, but and looking back at all the things that need to be remembered, I should not forget everything. Like, family is supposed to be for each other, and yeah. So just take my advice and do as you please. You don't have to take it. Do as you wish. It all depends on your situation that you're in. But just remember that you should stick with family, and you only have a certain amount of time with them. So make the most of it, because you never know when they're gonna go. You never know when they're gonna die. You don't know if or when, other things are going to happen. But, knowing that, you should definitely try to just do whatever you can to make them just survive, Shit. So anyways, guys and gals, that's gonna be it for this video. If you like this video, give this video a like. If not, that is fine too. Don't forget to comment down below your thoughts on the whole damn thing, and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon down below to get notified of my future uploads and live streams and whatever the fuck else that I do. And as always, I will see you all in the next video. Peace out, people, and bro hoof. Boom.